Welcome to Sunday Morning Futures. I'm Maria Bartiromo, and the president just spoke with reporters moments ago before heading off to Camp David for a retreat with senior cabinet members. The government shutdown is now entering a 16th day. Joining me right now in an exclusive interview this morning is Republican Senator from Alabama, Richard Shelby. He is the chairman of the Senate Appropriations Committee and serves on the Senate Banking Committee. Senator, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning to you, Maria.
Your reaction to the president. You've had meetings this weekend. Your mandate is to fund this government. Tell us where we are in terms of being at an impasse on this border wall funding.
Well, we're at loggerheads still. We're at an impasse, and I was hoping it would not be this way, but it is. We could settle it. We should, but this has become a political circus. A lot of people on both sides are calling names and so forth. But what we need to do, Maria, is get together. We need to secure our border. I think the president's absolutely right in this. We're close sometimes, but we're far away. And I think we got to quit the political posturing and get down to rational thinking, rational discussions. I know this afternoon some of my staff will be at the White House trying to negotiate to where we are and what can be done. This could be settled in 24 hours or less if we could get together. And I think we've got to get together because ultimately, Maria, this will all end in some negotiated settlement. The American people want us to work together. They want us to do right. They want us to secure the border. They want us to fund the government. We can do all of this. We should have already done it.
Well, you've had an idea of $2.5 billion versus the $5.6 billion that the president wants. What are you hearing on the other side? You know, I know that you're having discrepancies over what to call it, a wall or concrete versus steel. These really all seem like politics.
Oh, it is raw politics. It's posturing. The political equation's changed a little bit. We have a Republican president, a Republican Senate, and a Democratic House. But we all should put security of this nation first, the borders. We all know, Democrats and Republicans should know that we should secure our borders. And it's a question. You mentioned the name wall, barrier, border security. We should get away from that. Fence. And whatever it's called, we should work together. We should say, what is it going to take to secure our borders? And let's go there and quit polarizing and screaming at each other.
So what is it going to take? I mean, the Democrats say that they are for border security. We've got new data from the Department of Homeland Security. Most recent estimates say that the DHS estimated that there were 12.1 million unauthorized immigrants in the United States in January 2014 compared to 11.6 million in 10. What do they say is needed then to get control of our borders, if not a wall?
Well, the wall or fence or barrier, whatever it is, border security, is long in coming. It's not there yet. We've made progress. But I believe the president's right. I believe the president has an obligation to secure the borders, secure the country. And I think he's got a lot of power there. I want to help him do that. But I also want to get the government back in order. We need to do this. We funded 75% of our appropriations. We could do this quickly, or it could last a while. I think if we don't get together, it's going to be protracted.
So what exactly do they want on the other side in order to get the government open again?
Excellent question. When you negotiate with somebody, Maria, and you've done it, you've got to figure out what they want, what we want, and how do we settle and compromise and get something for both sides. Because ultimately, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to give the Democrats something, but they're against everything at the moment. But they want something. We got to figure out what it really is, and are they willing to negotiate politically in a fair way for both sides?
Are you saying you don't know what they want? You've got to figure out what they want?
Oh, I don't think any of us know exactly what they want. Right now, they're just saying they're against the wall and they're against the numbers that we put out to the president needs and claim they want. So I haven't seen the specific things that they want.
What is the highest number that they are willing to allocate toward the wall? Or toward border
Well, that's
security?
A good question. We don't know that until we get into serious negotiation. Of course, they say they're going to stay on 1.3. If they stay on 1.3 and the president stays where he is, there's not going to be any compromise. There's not going to be any opening the government. The people are estranged right now. We've got to get together.
Yeah, I find it really odd that we are entering a 16th day of a government shutdown, and you don't know what they want, nor do you know the number that they're willing to go to.